Okay, this is Piper. She is a 7-month-old red heeler mix. Owners have had her since she was 8 weeks old. She's very friendly. I did a in-home session about a month ago because they didn't think they could make it to training. That's how bad she was.
Like what?
Non-stop barking, non-stop jumping.
In the house?
Yes. I walked in the house and was bombarded. I had to step back outside and tell them to put her in the crate. If she gets out the door, she runs away. But the big thing was the owner said she felt like letting go of the leash and letting her run into traffic because she pulls so hard on the leash, especially when she sees wildlife. So what I did was we just swapped out she was using a slip lead. We swapped that out for a prong, and I was like, this will get you through the next month. And it did.
Yeah.
But just completely unmanageable. Very smart, however, doesn't listen. She's been through private lessons in the past with another trainer, didn't really do much at all. When she is listening, like if they tell her to sit and they'll pull up on the collar and she'll sit, she'll whine the whole time. They had the grandkids over yesterday and it was so bad they had to put her away within a few seconds, and then she screamed the entire time from the crate.
She's drooling a lot. Too.
She gets car sick, so she drooled the entire time here. I'm just glad she didn't throw up. She lives with a Bernese Mountain Dog. No problems there.
So
and
how
just
old?
7 months.
7 months.
Yep.
So she's very young.
Very
It's
young.
like in that toddler phase.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So she's kind of like, you can imagine like a little kid that's not committed to a leader,
Yes.
but a dog.
For sure. And when I did the kennel protocol with her, she responded so well to it. After like a couple open and closed doors, she laid down and was quiet. So
it's not really training again. It's, because we've had trainers come in. Now we have to look at behavior,
Yes.
which is where the hierarchy comes in. And obviously, leader to follower dynamic. A dog listens.
Yep.
That's the big difference. Is a dog they're committed to listening.
Yeah, like when I
So-
came in the first time, she was trying to like lure her away from me with treats and meatball. She was like, meatball, meatball.
Right.
And like she was just totally,
Yeah.
she didn't even hear the word.
I was.
Meanwhile, I'm getting scratched up, jumped on.
You can't earn respect by sucking up to
No.
something. Like you learn that out, in the world. You can't. And what you need for the recipe to be a leader. I know we say it all the time, but what we look for is trust and respect, the right ratio of those things. That allows us to have influence over the dog. They both come from experiences. Trust comes from her seeing, that we're safe, right? Respect comes from her listening to our boundaries, because if she crosses them, we do what? We give an aversive that keeps her from crossing, which means we can control her, and then also the other dogs in the house. All of a sudden, we're a pack leader. So when she's not listening, if you're trying to negotiate with her, giving her something that she wants, you're taking a very submissive approach, and that's the dynamic. And you can't lead a dog if you're being more submissive than that dog, in times of conflict especially. Okay, we all know this. Look at nature. Look at it. We see dogs do it all the time. First thing they do when they meet is they want to figure out the hierarchy. So the hierarchy's already been established, so she's deciding when to listen. Very anxious. As she gets older, she's just a pup and she's already doing it. It's only going to strengthen and become more neurotic.
She's anxious, she runs away, she pulls, she jumps,
She's got shepherd,
she barks.
Shepherd, right?
A red heeler.
Oh no, healer.
Heeler, yeah.
I'm not the breed.
But who knows?
Yeah.
There could be some shepherd in there. She's a mutt.
Okay.
Yeah.
But anyway, I don't know much about healers, but I know shepherds and or herding dogs in general, and they're generally vocal. So they're very vocal, they're very opinionated, and they like this. So what I tell that breed a lot of times, I tell every breed this, but this breed especially needs to hear the message is like, I don't need to hear from you. You can feel how you feel, but I don't need to hear a noise, right? You don't need to tell me. So, because that goes into the pack dynamic, I'm the leader. And one of the cool things about being the leader, well, one of the heavy things is you've got the responsibility of keeping everybody at peace and alive and everything. It's a heavy job, right? But one of the benefits is you can set boundaries. And one of the things that you do as leaders, so you can live with dogs, you set boundaries on things that are safe, right? That keep them safe, but also that keep you sane. Meaning you're not going to lose your mind. So I can set boundaries to say, don't do things that annoy me. And that's healthy. It's healthy to be able to just make those types of relationship shifts where it's like, I don't like when you do this. I don't like when you lick my hands, or whatever it is. I don't like when you beg at the table. I don't like when you whine. I don't like when you complain. We can do this stuff. We can do all the little stuff and get rid of it all. and all that's left is a nice companion.
Mm-hmm.
But if we don't do that, a dog's going to be a dog, and they're always going to try to inch their way up into a position in their home or wherever they are, where they can have access to resources and to be able to move around and do whatever at free will.
Yep.
That's what it's built in them to do that. But in a pack, they can't do that because everybody's hungry and there's only one piece of meat,
Mm-hmm.
right? So there you see you see reality right there, and that's what we need to bring to her. So I'm going to start my relationship with her right now. Hi, Piper. Hi. Okay, she comes to me. Sometimes I do the environment first. Okay, so that was nice. I let them explore the room first, and then they get bored of the room. They're like, okay, I've established that this room is safe. I've established what's in this room, and then I'll use the recall tone. If I have that luxury. Name again?
Piper.
Okay.
Oh, she knows her name.
Piper. Piper. Hey, Piper. Come here. Hi. How are you? How are you? Hi. You're such a sweet girl. Oh, you got drool all over you. I can feel it. Car sit, huh? Good. Oh, look at the beautiful eyes, though. Wow. Wow.
She gives me
likes the interaction.
like Saint Bernard body vibes.
Come here. Oh, I love Saint Bernards. Come
Don't
here.
you think like much smaller?
Come here. I forgot your name already. Hi.
Piper.
Piper, good girl. Hi. Okay, that time I use stem. Good. And it's on until she gets to me. Come. But I am dialing it down as she gets closer to keep it clear if I can. Good. Hi, how are you, Stay? Very nice. Did you go to training already? You learned your A, B, and C's? Indeed.
The other trainer had her on a slip lead, and that was just not doing her any favors.
Well, I have her on a slip lead.
The way that they were using it.
Oh, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
Good. Like you would like a prong.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Okay.
I swapped her for a prong, and it just made her walk so much more manageable.
You stay. I want to see what you know. So once a dog gets a little bit of commitment from me here, I can start to see what they know. Good. And a lot of the times it's everything that I want. there's some training with the tone that I have to do. There's reps we have to do, but I can see the general knowledge.
She is so beautiful.
Break.
Yay, Piper, good girl.
She's gorgeous.
She is so cool looking.
She's gorgeous.
She got butt wiggles.
Oh, that's very friendly. I like a friendly dog.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than a good old friendly dog. Hi. Hi, you too? Gorgeous.
She said they had a Super Bowl party, so this was back in February. And I guess the dogs were outside, and she had some friends over, and they were all sitting on the couch drinking wine, food. Piper was let in, I guess, by the husband, and she just romps all over the people and the couch. Wine's being spilled. It's chaos. Because again, we're teaching to stay. So anytime she walks away, it's another recall.
You were such a sweet darling. Okay? Stay. She's not paying attention at all, but I said it.
Yep. She'll learn to pay attention.
Bingo! You're not begging for it. The information's here. It's up here. I'm giving it to her. That's why you're going to learn. She's going to start turning her head and looking at me more, because this is where all the clues are of how to get through the situation.
Yep.
So she's being introduced to an aversive that she's never had before, or it can be an aversive, let's say. It can also just be information.
Yeah.
Like I can have it so low it's not aversive, she knows I'm talking to her. And it's like the leash doesn't matter, right? It boggles their minds that the leash doesn't matter. I don't need to have the leash, you can be over there, I don't even have to move. This is a game changer. So we're gonna see like within a couple days, a dog who's way different looking already just from that.
Yeah.
Okay, because imagine just the recall. All you have is the recall at the Super Bowl party. Beep.
She comes to you.
It's all over. Because if she comes to you and she has to stay, guys, if she comes to you, if you can get this,
Nice.
right? If you can get her to come back to you, guess what she's gonna stop doing? Leaving.
Yeah.
She's only gonna leave when you release her. That's what the training's gonna do. Come here, honey girl. So I'm gonna start getting back into this here and start teaching her to focus. Good. Stay. That was nice. Girl. You can come in and do it. Piper. Break.
Yay, Piper,
That's right.
good girl.
Break.
Yes, look at
Wow. Honey girl, are you amazing?
Aw.
Oh, stop it. Wow. There it is. There it is. Good girl. You did perfect. Here. You did perfect. Good girl. This is a good girl. Come.
Here's the beef.
Piper. Oh, good girl. Come here. Good.
Wow.
Stay. You guys help now. Stay. See? Did you see that? That's good. She's I want to do that with this guy. I want to do that with this too. So the understandings are already locking in.
Awesome.
Great. I'm teaching her the mechanics of how our relationship works out in the world, or just whenever she's with me. When you see things you want, they're mine first, right? That's the initial conversation, so she understands that I get first access, which makes me technically dominant in the situation, right? Meaning I can have influence over the others to get what I want, which is going to lead her to be a follower. Good. Start it like this because this is clear as day. Clear as day what she's not supposed to do. Good girl, Piper. Break.
Yay, Piper! Good girl!
Good girl, Piper. That's you. You did it. Look, I love how clueless she is because she's not paying attention most of the time.
Yeah.
So now she's kind of paying attention. She's a little slow at picking up on the information, but that gap will close quick. It almost comes off as cute though right now because she's so young. Her hierarchy is not what it was because whatever she had going on at home with the other dog and the humans, it doesn't exist here. So it's actually quite vulnerable for her, but she's actually handling it really well.
At home, it was, I do whatever I want until they restrain me, and if they try to restrain me, I will complain about it.
That's right. That's right. And like whine and like this.
Screaming from the crate, barking from the crate.
Well, so here's the thing. What's cool about this is I didn't use a crate to keep her,
Yep.
right? And I can do that at doorways and stuff. That makes it so she's not really likely to bitch at the kennel because she knows it's not the kennel that's keeping you. I could have that kennel door open and still keep you there. But yeah, because it's patterned in there and she's been doing it, we'll work on that in the kennel. How effective is it if she starts to complain and she gets an aversive, then she starts to complain and she gets an aversive via e-collar, and all of a sudden she's quiet. It does not take long for them to not make noise in the kennel. It's really that simple. So dogs aren't dumb. We can all agree on that. So once she realizes that the noise in the kennel equals a correction, she's not going to want to make the noise, and therefore she's gone. Okay? And there's also other things we could talk about, but I'll keep this focused here. It's like in the natural world. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Oh, a snake. Or I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on. Oh, I got bit by a pack member. Now I'm aware. Now I'm paying attention to why that happened. We have to give them these moments, these learning lessons, to develop them to a point where they are developed enough where they're not a nuisance on the day-to-day. They understand, if you do this, this could happen, right? That really does get a dog to ditch all the nonsense behaviors. If you see a lot of dogs who are matured like this, they'll come into a room like this, they might sniff around and they'll do this. Mm-hmm. And then you'll interact with them and maybe you'll tell them to come here or go lay down, they will, right? They're not doing all this extra, like puppy stuff. That's already been dealt with by the person who raised them. So now all this lessons of stuff they know is rewarded. When I look over and I see a dog doing that, I say, whoa.
Nice. That's what people would say is a good dog.
Right.
What a good dog.
And so then they offer that instead of the bad behaviors as you raise them. Sure, they're going to try them. Of course they're going to try them. It's not about preventing them. It's about showing them the consequences tied to them so that they choose not to do it anymore. And that's not a dog you have to manage as much because they don't want to do the bad behaviors. Whether it's barking or eating furniture or whining in the kennel or pulling on the leash. So that's the real trick. Good.
God, I love puppies.
I know, they're great.
Give me all the 5 and 6 and 7 month old dogs.
The cute is out of this world.
And the response is just amazing.
Yeah, the response is always. Because what's not there
They're
is
so
the adult mind.
moldable.
Good. Yeah, this is the time to do it. This is really the time to do it. And she's got good owners that are willing to invest in her young. She's going to be a good one. Dogs like this, you know, all the dogs that come through here, but dogs like this, it's very exciting to see because she's so young. The transformation, it's so big, there's such a big difference. And then they get to go home and develop into adults more properly. And then we don't have to have that chronic anxiety and all that stuff that comes along with letting this stuff go into adulthood. Good. Because if I seen her at 4, we never did any
Oh my
intervention,
God,
she
nightmare.
was so nervous and anxious and so
It would be a
insecure.
nightmare.
Yeah. She's still got some of that puppy curiosity confidence going on, and we're going to use that to keep her, you know, keep her confident enough, but also confident in knowing her role in the pack. That's what's going to give her swagger. Okay. She's learning that I'm safe though. It's very so I can give an aversive like that to shut bullshit down, but I'm also safe. So she's like, oh, it's only if I go into this mode, which is tied to jumping, barking, blah blah blah. It's literally like a mode. If you think of it like hopping over from the calm, good state of mind and just being like, now I'm in this state of mind, and this is where all the bad behaviors are. All I have to do is correct the state of mind shift eventually, and we don't see any of the bad behaviors. You know? And if you do, you only see them once or twice. Good. Let's bring Riggins down. I'm gonna let her up, and we see how she responds to him because he has more pressure than these guys do. Break.
Break, break.
That's a smart young lady. Good deal.
She doesn't want to let him snack.
You let him a bit. You also let him a little bit. Jesus, you relax. That's what you get. Okay, good. She's offering the only behavior that in this room that has been super successful, this one, it gets all aggressive away, and I'll even tell the other dogs the same way. So she's going to be offering me this whenever she wants to please me, and I'll soon capture that into stay while I already am and all that. So then we'll have a recall and stay, and like, that's most of the training other than getting that nice walk and a place command in there. Good. The rest is just showing her, is then proofing her to the real world and showing her how to respond to very common things, like she said, squirrels, dogs out on the walk, good. People coming over to the house. I'm gonna do one more thing with her here, using the dogs. Break.
Yay, Piper! Good girl! Look at you play bowing.